In our next segment, we went out to the streets of San Francisco and asked people how they think the Industrial Revolution has impacted modern day society and the legacies it's left behind. Let's see what they had to say.
What do I think the legacies are? I think communication. It started off with the railroads, right? With the railroads, companies could communicate, they could transfer their goods, and I think that was a great initiation. And then all these inventions were being made. The telegraph in 1836, I believe, by Samuel Morse, right? And then after that, there was just more things being made that kept bettering. Finally, the telephone was made. People no longer had to wait days to get a response if they sent a letter to a family member, or if there was an emergency, they would know quickly. Telephone. It's way faster, and you're more communicated with your family, your loved ones. And nowadays, it's bettered so much from then. If it hadn't started back then, who knows where we would be right now? Maybe we wouldn't even have that right now. So these great minds who've invented these things really impacted our society. I mean, who do you know that doesn't have a phone now, right? We can call 911 really quickly. We have all these great devices, computers. We have all these things, and it's just you can communicate with anybody around the world. You could see each other. You're recording me right now for a television show that anybody could see, and that's communicating out information. And it's just, if it wasn't for that, we would not be the same. Who knows?
I think one of the legacies it left behind a higher standard of living for us. After the farmers started using machines for the crops and it increased food production, I think we now get to choose what food we want to eat, what's better for our diet. There's more variety, there's vast variety, and I think that really it just keeps increasing, and also those machines took away a lot of the harsher work, more time work for the worker. Then you don't even have to be a professional to be working these machines to have a job. And I think that still happens now today. We still, a lot of people still don't have to be very professional to do these type of jobs. And although those working conditions were terrible, we now have learned what not to go back to. We won't go back to those working conditions. I mean, at the end of the Industrial Revolution, those working conditions were bettering, and we've continued to better them ever since the Industrial Revolution. So it really sets a mark of what not to go back to, I think. And now we still have unions that started in the Industrial Revolutions to protect workers' rights. And I just think a lot of the things that were starting to get better during the Industrial Revolution have really sparked and just gotten way better. So I think that was like the beginning point for us, and it just keeps growing and growing.
I think one of the greatest legacies is that we still have a capitalist economic system. Powerful companies called corporations owned the railroad system during the Industrial Revolution, and because of this, companies in America expanded, and capitalism during the Industrial Revolution led to investing in factories, So it led to worldwide trade, it led to new inventions, and it led to changes in transportation, agriculture, and communication. Many people today continue to invest and buy stocks, hoping to make money. This type of economic system that we still have today pushes the marketing system to invent and better products. Many new jobs are being created as new inventions arrive, and we continue to try to better our way of living, all for money. And I think that everything that initiated an industrial revolution just really has grown a lot. So it was like it's been like a seed that was planted, and now it's like a flower. It Everything it wanted to have is now what it is now. So I think it's left a great legacy, and if it wasn't for the Industrial Revolution, things would be very different. Although during the Industrial Revolution things weren't great for the present time, it's been an absolute great thing for the future.
Wow, well, those have all been pretty positive legacies that the Industrial Revolution has left behind. So basically, we heard that the Industrial Revolution has greatly impacted our modern world. It initiated an era of technology that has caused for us to have communication, a higher standard of living, and a capitalist economic system.